Hey Calc 2 class, in this video we're going to update our numeric integration sheet to include Simpsons method. So I'm just going to add a new sheet. I'm going to rename it Simpsons, and I will move it over 1 unit there. Alright, so the Simpsons method is going to be, of the two we've seen so far, more similar to the trapezoid method because it does have a coefficients column. So I'm just going to grab the headers from this one and paste it in here. And then I'm also going to just make the whole sheet for the purposes of you being able to see it. I'm going to increase my font up to 18 for the whole sheet. But you guys don't have to do that. You can just follow along. All right, the things that are in yellow are the things you need to update, or sorry, in green, are the things you need to update like we had before. So I'm going to do the same thing that we did there. All right, so this video we're going to integrate the same function we have been doing, which was 1 over x. So that's the one that we're going to do for this video as well. All right, and we were going between 1 and 3 with 4 units. So 1, 3, 4 steps. That means delta x, just like before, is b minus a over n divided by n. Okay, so there's my delta x calculation. Remember, your first x is a, so equals is a. So click that. All right, and then we're going to add our previous value for x. We're going to add to that delta x. All right, lock that in, function F4. All right, and then go back up here and drag down until we get to b. So there's 3. There's my last value. All right, the function is 1 divided by x. X is 1 for that first cell. Hit enter. It'll autofill. So these are just the reciprocals of these numbers. And then the coefficients. So for Simpsons method, you have to have an even number. So n is 4, it's even. And you're going to start off with a 1, and then you're going to alternate between 4 and 2 until you get to the next to last one will always be 4, the last one will always be 1. So always starts with 1, 4, it always ends with 4, 1, and then alternating 2's in the middle there. All right, coefficients times f of x, that's going to be coefficients times f of x. Hit enter, it'll autofill all the way down. All right, and now we're just going to do the same thing that we've done on these. We're going to have a sum column, the approximate area formulation, and then the exact area. And you won't always know the exact, you don't have to have that on there, but I'm going to do right here equals the sum of the c times f of x column. I'll just click on the D on the top there. All right, and then this is my sum of c times f of x. And then the approximate area. So the way Simpsons method works is you multiply delta x divided by 3, the 1/3 rule, times that sum of c times f of x, those coefficients. All right, so this is our approximate area. All right, now the exact area here, natural log of 3, same thing we were doing before, so equals natural log of 3. All right, now I'm going to increase on both of these the number of decimal places that I have available by clicking this button. There is, I always highlight the actual method, the approximation method. There is the actual approximation of the area that we're using the method for. And you can see with trapezoid we've got an area of 0.018. All right, so 0.02 roughly. The midpoint method produces an error slightly less than that, 0.0088. And then Simpsons method, you can see we're already at 0.001 for the error. Now, all three of them I'm going to do n equals from 4 to 8. I'm going to double the step size, or sorry, have the step size double the number of subdivisions. The trapezoid with my new guess with n equals 8, I get this number. The error is 0.0046 roughly. Midpoint method, there's that error 0.002. And you can see that neither one of these methods with 8 now slices still is not within where Simpsons method was on the first guess with just 4 slices. But now that we've sliced Simpsons up a little bit more, it's now got another leading 0 in the error. So it is starting to get really honed in on the exact value. If we bump up like the midpoint method up to 16, we're still not below that number. And the trapezoid, even if we go all the way up to 64, we're still not below that number. So Simpson's method converges to these values very, very quickly. All right, so all three of these methods have their own kind of thing going on. So the trapezoid method, I'm going to be looking at your coefficients column and seeing, do you have the 1 leading off? I can hold down Control on my keypad, or Command if you got a Mac, and down, and it'll go to the bottom of the list. That's how you can quickly get those ones on the bottom of the list. You can also, like if I were to take this to 64, for instance, you know, that's now 32 more rows that I need. So I can go down to the bottom of what I have. I can drag this down until I see the 3. I'm 2 rows beyond 32, so I'm going to need to get to 64. I'm going to need to go to 66. So there's 66. I can let go. That'll be my 3. All right, my font's bigger, so I have to kind of scroll back down. So there's my 3. Go into the column beside it, hold down Control or Command, press up. It'll jump down to the last thing that you just did. This is the f of x column. So I'm going to double click that. Okay, that'll fill that all the way down. Control down, you can see it fill down beside the 3 and stopped. All right, Control, oops, over here, Control down. All right, now I want the rest of these to be 2s instead of 1s, except for the last one. So I can just double click that 2 right there. Oops, sorry, let me hit Control Z. I didn't mean to drag it to the right. Double click. All right, let me change that one to a 2. And now double click this one. There you go. All right, that'll do it. So to overwrite the last one, double click, it'll fill it all the way down with 2s. Control down, that'll take you to the bottom of the list, change that to a 1. All right, go back over, Control up. Now double click there, that'll complete the C times f of x column. All right, Control down, you can see it stops at the very last one. Okay, so now that is updated, and there's your new one. So I can do Control C to grab that. This is my 4th guess. I would hold down Shift, Control, and V. All right, Shift, Command, and V for a Mac. And that will paste this approximation, but not with a formula. Like if I just do Control V, it has this weird number, and it's because it pasted a formula. But if I Control Z, if I hit Shift, Control V, it pastes the number, and it's just the number. It's not a formula. So hold down Shift when you press Control V, or Command V again if you have a Mac. All right, and that's guess 4. You can also, when you do these guesses over and over like that, you can highlight them and just drag down, and it'll automatically, it picks up on the pattern. All right, so that would be, oops, sorry, that was n equals 32, and now this is n equals 64. So anyway, that's the quick way to navigate down through these sheets without having to click and drag everything for 30 and 60 and 120 rows. You can just use that double click feature that's built into Google Sheets and Excel.